Joey posted this question about length in feet and inches. And there was this post about number formatter. And then there was this post about here's some macros that'll do this stuff. And these macros don't use the number formatter. And they're not my macros. In fact, I think down here, Michael claimed ownership of them. Yeah, the first three posted were one of mine, one of Michael's. So I wanted to interject some more information here. I did this post, format to feet and inch. That's kind of long and maybe not as easy to understand as it should be. Here's a 15 or 20 minute video that I just watched to kind of refresh myself as to what was going on. And if you'll watch this video and follow through and experiment with some of this stuff, I think you don't really have to understand all this stuff. You can just sort of follow along, and I think it'll make sense to anybody that can use Chief. But what I didn't do is explain one of the really important things about this, the way I've got things set up. And so I'm going to try to do that now. I've got a window here, and in the window label, this text box just shows what's in the window label. And then here's the window label itself. And so I've got something called F1, and that would make sense if you watch that video that I just referenced. But this is just a function or a method, and I'll show you, well, it's down here. So this is just a macro, right? I've gone into text macro management. I've created a new macro. I've called it I_2_FI, so inches to feet and inches. And there's some extra stuff in here. I know this is hard to see, but there's some extra stuff here that's unimportant for this discussion. So we're going to create a new number formatter. This is the format. This goofy thing tells the formatter that I want it to be in feet and inches. I want to see fractions. I want to show leading zeros, and that leading zero is like this 0 feet 6 inches, or this 0 feet 10 inches. That's what that turns on and off. If that was false, you just see 10 inches, or you would just see 6 inches and 15/16. And then I've created this function or method, is probably the Ruby talk, and it can be named anything. And again, I've gone over all this stuff in the other video. But the benefit of doing this, or one of the benefits of doing this is a generic function here. I'm passing this value. N is a value that's getting passed into this. So up here, F1 width, F1 height, F1 containing wall thickness. They all work. It's all the same thing down here. You do not need a format to feet and inches width, format to feet and inches height. You don't need a bunch of individual macros to do this. All you need is this 1. So you can come over here and you can find anything that's a measurement. And another thing that you'll see, this is just the object. Not that. This. Not that. Object properties. This is just the default object properties it ships with the program. And here I'm just showing how to get to something under containing wall. You see how this is indented. So containing wall, I just came down here and picked something that was a measurement. In this case, I picked wall or thickness. So here's thickness. It's a measurement and its value is 6.9475 inches. And so there it is. So let's just change this. Let's make this 13. And you can see it's now 1 foot, 1 15/16. But anyway, containing wall dot thickness. That's how you get to these things under here. Now some of these are collections, and those are done a little different. But, you know, real simple. So if I wanted to know the exterior casing width, it's 3.5 inches, it's a measurement. Percent F1. If I typed all that right, there's our 3.5 inches. So again, the main thing I want to explain here is you don't need a unique macro for width and height or anything else that's the same even this containing wall angle, it's a float value, it's not a measurement, but that will work. So here we've got feet inches height, feet inches length, feet inches width. You wouldn't need three things here if you did it the way I'm suggesting. You just need one. So I hope this makes sense. I wish we had some more documentation, some more input from Chief on this Ruby stuff, but they've kind of left it to us to figure out. Anyway, if I was doing this in a production environment, I would get some of this stuff set up in my template, and I would use it like this. I'd give this a better name. I'd say I'd make this, if you don't mind typing, convert inches to feet in inches or something like that.